Giannis, Rob, look, I got to say this, and you like to poo-poo the NBA first round.
Poo-poo.
But, Rob, we got some compelling series this year. First round series. Denver, Portland. I mean, who knows? I got Denver in 7, but
I got Portland.
This could easily go either way. Right.
I think Jamal Murray finally catches up to them.
No, I can see that because the great guard play.
Do you know what
Portland.
I mean?
Yep.
Seriously,
they don't defend,
I think,
which I think is what's going to bite them in the back.
But I think, Chris, this is where you go. You don't lose a guy like Jamal Murray, and it doesn't matter. I don't believe that. That's me.
No, that's legit. So that's another one. All 4 Western Conference ones are compelling because even though I'm sure you might think the Clippers going to roll, I think the Clippers, Dallas is going to be a good series. I think Clippers will win, but I think that's a good series.
No,
Last year was a
I
good
expect
series.
it to be a good series, but I expect the Clippers to win. I do.
Right.
I'm not saying they're going to sweep Dallas. I don't look at it like that.
Then we go over to the East, and you got New York, Atlanta.
I'm picking Atlanta in that one.
Are you? I'm picking New York. So we're different on a lot of them.
Yeah, I don't know about the Knicks with the scoring, Chris. Do they have enough scoring?
No, they're going to have to do it with defense.
Okay.
But I just think their experience, and I know they got some young guys too, but Randall, not that he has a ton of playoff experience, but Derrick Rose, you know what I mean? They got a little more, they're more seasoned. Atlanta is new to this. And so, but it's going to be a good one. And then some would even say, we know Philadelphia's going to win going away, but just because the Wizards have Westbrook and Beal, 2 stars, that's going to make it at least interesting. And Westbrook is that type of X factor that we know he doesn't win. He's not going to beat Philly, but he can just make it interesting with his athleticism. And he and Embiid don't get along either. So you got that. And then here's the one that, Rob, I think is actually the most compelling. I'm not even including Philadelphia, Washington, because we know what the result's going to be. But Milwaukee, Miami, I think is the most compelling series in the first round. I'm going with Milwaukee in 7, but obviously Miami could beat them. Where are you at on that series?
I'm taking Milwaukee as well after what happened last year. I like what they did. They had a nice season, quietly, and at the end, played a lot better. I like Milwaukee. And Miami I know they made some trades at the deadline and bolstered their team, Chris. But I think last year they caught lightning in the bubble, so to speak. And they were, you know what I mean?
I agree. There was some strange stuff that went on in the bubble.
that worked out for them. But I don't look at them. I could easily see them going from the finals to out in the first round this year.
Well, look, they don't shoot the 3 like they did last year. They were second in the league, I believe, last year in 3-point percentage. This year they were 19th. So they went from elite to mediocre in the 3.
Right.
And then Milwaukee, adding Drew Holiday is better than Eric Bledsoe. They've done some things offensively to help Giannis out. He's in the mid post a little more. They got somebody in the dunker spot, in the baseline near the basket that he can dump it off to if they put the wall up. So I'm with you. I think Milwaukee's going to win it, but I think it's going to be tough. I got them in 7. But Giannis talked about it, and Rob G, read to us what Giannis's quote was.
Yeah, Giannis was asked after practice yesterday if he thought that this year's postseason, again, they're playing the Heat, would be any different than what happened last season when they were destroyed by the San Miami. Here's what he said, quote, "I don't know if this year's going to be different. I'm not going to lie to you. It might be the same. Who knows?" End quote.
See, I wish we had the sound. I watched it. I saw Giannis, and I would love to hear him say it. But I don't see some people, I think Rob G being one of them, took this as, he's not confident. Listen, can you believe that quote? I didn't take it that way at all. Giannis is transparent. Giannis is honest. Giannis was meaning like, look, we got to play the game.
Country. That's the problem.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's not as jaded either, right?
Right.
An American would know, yeah, if I say that, they're going to jump all over. You know what I mean?
So they'd be like, yeah, of course we're going to it's going to be different. You know what I mean? We're here to win. We're going to win the championship this year, and it starts with Miami. We're going to get revenge on them. We're going to do
exactly
what we didn't do a year ago, and that's what people would love to hear. But I'm kind of with you. I'm with you, Chris, that's just not his makeup. And so what he said was really not out of character or strange or wimpy or not confident. It was just a guy who doesn't know better than to just really be honest on how he's feeling.
Right. I agree. I agree totally. And I think he's like we said, I think they win in 7. Obviously, Miami's well coached with Eric Spoelstra. They got a guy in Bam Adebayo who can guard Giannis fairly well. They even this year they guarded him well, Rob. He only averaged 16.5 points a game against Miami in 3 games. So they do a good job on him. But I do think Milwaukee's improved enough to win this series. And I tell you what, Rob, if they don't win the series, Mike Budenholzer's probably gone.
Yeah, no, they can't accept anything less. Yeah. I agree with that.
I don't see Giannis, like some people are wondering, will he demand a trade if they go out early? And look, I think they're going out in the second round because they play Brooklyn. But I don't think he'll be at that point yet. I think it could get there if this continues over the years. But I don't think he'll be at that point just yet if they go out early in these playoffs. Because he's got to own a lot of it, right? Like, if they lose to Miami, it's going to be on him a lot.
Oh, no, it's got to be on him. Absolutely.
It won't be like a LeBron losing to Orlando in 2009 when LeBron averaged like 38,
especially after last year. You know, after last year, remember they had the best record in the league. He was winning his second straight MVP, had an unbelievable season. His numbers were better than the first year that he won it, Chris. So there was a lot riding, and a lot of people thought that they were going to get there. Remember, it was about the Bucks and the Clippers. That's what people were talking about.
Absolutely. So I think he understands that. He's got to deliver. But do you agree with me that that's the most compelling first-round series?
Yeah, I think so. Just what's riding on it. I really do. I just believe that he has to avenge that. He has to, not score 16 points a game, show people that he's not one-dimensional come the postseason, and that he can't, get shots and baskets, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like he wasn't able to do once they clamped down on him. I mean, he didn't have an answer for him.
It's your turn to weigh in. Miami, Milwaukee. Are you as compelled as Rob and I are about that one? And who you got in the series?
All right, let's kick it off with Daniel in New York, the big star. He's on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Daniel?
I agree with you. I heard both of y'all. That is the best, most compelling series in the for the playoffs for the first round. And y'all already know how I'm rocking. Got the Heat in 6. Y'all didn't learn y'all lesson from last year where y'all picked against the Heat. And again, this year the Heat gonna beat the Bucks again because we got the answer for Giannis.
Daniel, let's get some wings when I come to New York in June. We got it? What wing bet?
Yeah. Well, what's the wing bet?
I got Milwaukee. You got Miami. That's it. Whoever wins the series.
All right.
Whoever wins owes the other one wings.
You remember we went to Blondie's on the Upper West Side, right? That's where we'll go.
Right before COVID took over the world.
That's right. No doubt. All right. Appreciate it, Daniel. Thank you. Yeah, it was a group of us at Chris eating wings up Upper West Side, and like 2 days later, all hell broke loose. We were in a group of 15 to 20 guys. You know what I mean? And then after that, it was like crazy.
So you were in New York when was that weekend before like the NBA season was canceled or postponed?
Yeah, I had just come from Florida from the trip, and I stopped in New York for the weekend, and I was flying back to LA that Sunday.
Right.
All right, Biento in Florida. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Biento, what does that mean? Biento stand for?
Biento means soon, and for Haitian.
Okay, it means what? Soon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Biento, make your comment. Biento.
All right. So I just think the Bucks team this year is so different from last year because especially Drew Holiday, and I know he's going to be the one that's going to be guarding Jimmy Butler, and I just think that's going to be clamps all day. And if they need a switch, they got PJ Tucker, they got Middleton, he's long, and I just think their ability to switch now, they're going to be so dangerous, and I just think they're going to sweep them 4 games.
Wow. Sweep. Wow.
Yeah,
No, but that's a good point. I don't believe they're going to sweep them,
But
But
that is
Drew
a good
Holiday's
point,
a
yeah.
great defender. He was on my first team all defense. And obviously PJ Tucker's a strong defender as well. I'd be shocked at a sweep. I tell you what, a sweep, that would be a heck of a statement. I'll tell you that much.
It would be. All right, let's go to Drew in New Jersey. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Drew?
Hey, I got Miami beating the Bucks in 7. I don't think Giannis will ever win a championship. I'm putting it out there. I don't think he's that type of player. I think he's more. I think if you put Zion on that team, they're the same exact team. I think it's Budenholzer that's making it go. You fire Budenholzer, that's not going to do anything. I think that you're going to go back to Giannis 3 years ago when they barely make the playoffs.
That's an interesting take. I don't agree with all of it, but that he put some stuff out there. I give him credit.
Is this Drew or Mike Fratello calling from New Jersey? I'm just trying to figure this out. All right, Drew.
Well, if you said, and I'll tell you who a great coach for them would be, Mike Fratello.
Hey, Drew, I'll take wings with you too. I'm gonna go with Milwaukee. Oh, okay.
This is why you said it yesterday, Rob, that you're in financial straits. This is why.
Dire straits, right?
Every time you hear something that you don't agree with, you want to bet.
Yeah, you're right. All right, Sharif in Reno. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Sharif?
How you guys doing?
Doing good. Where you been?
First time getting through.
Is it?
Yes,
hey,
sir.
we did some stuff so we can get more callers in.
Yes.
We love our Martys
Our
from
regulars.
Kentucky and all those
Sean
brothers
in Sacramento.
Yes, we love all y'all, but
Mark
we
in
wanted to get
Sacramento.
everybody a chance for sure.
Yep. Thank y'all. I just want to say I think the most compelling matchup is Phoenix, LA. Just because of Chris Paul trying to get his first championship and possibly knocking off the Lakers. But
so let me ask you this, Sharif. If LeBron and AD play every game, and forget being 100%, but they're relatively healthy and able to play fairly well, you think Phoenix could actually beat them?
I don't really think they can beat them. I do think it might be a 7-game series, but I don't think they can beat them. It's just LeBron has a way of just pulling stuff out, man. I don't know. I'm just giving them a chance
to jump
because
on them
Chris
in game
Paul
one.
has helped them turn around.
Yeah, but
they gotta
Chris
jump on them
is
from the
great,
gate.
but he's
They gotta
had some
go up.
playoff foibles.
Yeah.
They got to go up 2-0. But I want to say I think Giannis is going to take it in 6. Giannis and the Bucks, because I think he wants to prove that he's not the guy that everybody's saying he is. I think he wants to prove that he can get it done and get the Bucks to the championship. And this will probably be their last of a few chances. I think their window is really closing.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely wants to prove it.
And the other thing too, Chris, for real, is the Bucks. They probably better get it done this year because the Nets remember they were all banged up this year. Imagine them healthy next year, all together, all playing all season long or whatever it is. They could be even more dangerous a year from now. Do you know what I mean? Like because they were all hurt.
They
this
could
year.
be. I will say this, and I'm not predicting it, but I just think it's a possibility. What if the Nets win it this year, Rob? Do they automatically come back motivated to do it again? Or do they, and I know they wouldn't consciously just rest on their laurels and, you know what I mean, be like, hey, we're taking our foot off the gas. But I just wonder, it's a possibility that will be 2 for Kyrie, it'll be 3 for Durant, and that's a possibility. But if they don't win it, then I think they're gonna definitely win it next year.
But I think if they win it, they can look at it and go, we got something special here. We could put together a string. You know what I mean?
They could for sure. No, they could
because LeBron is getting older. You know what I mean? If you start to look and go, like who's in our way?
Nobody will be in their way.
Right. We could run this for 3 years, win 3 championships in a row, and then you're a part of rarefied air, Chris, because we always talked about that Miami Heat needed to win 3 in a row. Then they join a select group of teams who have ever done that, and that's what you're looking to do. Put your stamp on it. If you're Durant, then you got 4. You've matched LeBron James. You know what I mean?
Right.
As far
he
as
should be thinking. He should. I mean, look, you don't want to get ahead of yourself.
No.
But he should be looking for a 3-peat. A 3-peat, LeBron's never done a 3-peat.
Right.
A 3-peat would give him more rings than LeBron. And I don't think most
would have
people
five,
would put
right.
Durant ahead of LeBron. I wouldn't. But, you know, there are already those that think Durant's the best player in the world right now. They think he's been the best for a few years now. If he were to do, and that's a lot. It's easier said than done. You're talking about
No. We're jumping way
Right.
ahead. We're jumping
But
way
if he
ahead.
did do that, I there's a few out there that would say he's the better than LeBron. There's a few.
Yeah.